On today's episode of WatchJRGo, it's time for a house update, and this one is a pretty cool one, at least to me. It's the best $3,000 I've ever spent on my house. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today we are here at the new house where the first half of that $3,000 has already been completed, all the work. And it was a huge upgrade to something that will ruin your house if you don't take care of it. It's the guttering. So this is brand new 6-inch seamless guttering with big downspouts all the way around the entire house. And of course, like I said, seamless. The old guttering had those seam straps all over it, and all of the silicone in them had failed and the rivets were falling out. For some reason it was really bad. And then after the last snowstorm, all the weight coming down the metal roof, since I don't have the little cleats up there that stop the snow, collapsed all the guttering on the back side of the house. So that was really bad, obviously. So it didn't fall off completely, but it like broke the guttering all out to the side, ripped all the brackets out. It was absolutely terrible, and it wasn't going back together very well either. I got up there and tried to bend it back, no go. Also, I don't think the slopes were right. So now we've got this new guttering. We kicked a downspout out. That's right, you can see this big pit right here. There used to be a downspout right there as well, and then there was a downspout there and a downspout there, and the one that was there. So this is a huge upgrade because we went to these big downspouts, and now to fix the front of the house, we're gonna re-landscape everything out here. The downspouts need buried, and that is the key to getting all this runoff away from the front of the house and keeping, you know, damage from happening in the future. Also, this corner here had started to take on some water because of that old guttering. So now we've got that fixed as well, which was a huge deal. No rivets in there, self-tapping screws this time, and it is never coming apart with the adhesive they put on here. I watched, and it was some sticky stuff. We did have to replace one piece of fascia board, and I was painting that while they were replacing. And other than that, we've pretty much got all this done. Well, they got the guttering installed in just a matter of hours, and now they are headed back with a trencher to bury the downspouts. That is the next part of the money that has to be spent on this house. Now, it's not like we have to bury the downspouts. We could just extend these out a little bit, or maybe do like a little French drain that comes out like 4 foot, but instead we're gonna come down, over, and out 16 feet to pop up heads and then level all this out with some fresh dirt. I'm sure you guys remember when I bought this house, I had to spend $30,000 having the foundation fixed, and they dug up the entire front of the house and a lot of the back of the house just so they could get all those pillars down to bedrock underneath it. Well, I'm sure it's not gonna settle anymore there, but we still need to make sure we get all this water away from the house. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a huge divot right here, and most of the water just sits right here. It like creates a full-on lake. It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. It's standing water. So my game plan here is for them to bring the downspouts out, and then I'm gonna bring in a couple dump trucks of dirt, maybe 3 or 4, I think is what we've talked about, and regrade everything back out to that front ditch. So anyway, if you're in Wichita, Rich Oakman did this guttering. It's Oakman Guttering and Construction. He did great work on all this guttering. They do seamless stuff, and you know, whatever size you want, 6-inch, 4-inch, whatever downspouts. You just kind of spec it out. I wanted black because eventually we're gonna paint all the trim of the house black. So that was no problem at all. Got that knocked out quickly. 100% Jake is having him quote his house right now. He's probably doing it, and he should be back here in just a minute with the PVC, and they're just gonna start digging out this trench right here and putting in our pop-up heads. Now, obviously, I could have done that part. In fact, when I got that Bobcat, or that mini excavator from Foley, I planned on doing this, but the smallest bucket they had for it was like 10 inches, which is a huge trench. I think I was running a 10 or a 12-inch bucket, and I really needed like a 4-inch trench so we could drop that PVC in. So I decided not to dig up the front yard then. That was kind of my goal with that mini X, but instead, I'm gonna let these guys just go ahead and dig it with a trencher by hand. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll see what they're doing here in just a minute so you guys can see what it looks like to spend $3,000 to fix more water issues. This is also the last step that we have to do, get this front yard kind of figured out before we put all this new concrete in. So obviously there's a big hill right here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a huge hump here that's got to be graded out. And then of course we're going to put in all that new concrete coming out of the garage so that you can actually use the third door without driving over a hump and a bunch of grass. Here we go, it's about time to start throwing PVC in these trenches, guys. This looks amazing. I cannot wait to bring this water all the way out away from the house and then just regrade everything. So Rich has got most of it done there. It looks like he's all the way out to the, you know, the very last one on the edge. So the only thing I'm coming through here and looking for is old sprinkler lines, and so far I haven't found one yet. I was kind of holding out hope that sprinklers might exist. Unfortunately, it looks like they don't. So maybe right in here I can do like a trunk line for some sprinklers off of the well right there. And if that works out, we can get sprinklers in with the regraded yard and actually have a yard over here, which would be incredible. Until then, I don't think we're gonna be able to water it enough to actually grow anything, but progress, progress. Maybe 2 more hours or something like that, and we'll have pop-up downspouts. And we're also sticking these way out. We're not gonna put them level with the ground. They're gonna be sticking out at least 4 inches so we can bring the soil up to those. Or, you know, I can cut them to length when I have the fresh dirt here. All right, we're getting closer. They have all the PVC laid out here, but the pop-ups weren't here. And it looks like we still need to do some glue up action, but this looks so cool. I can't wait to not have lakes forming in the front yard after every rainstorm. So there's the first 3, and then there's 2 more over here, the trickier ones, honestly, because it's just a tough spot to get it all done. All the utilities coming over here, so they had to be super careful with where they were actually cutting in these holes. So, you know, literally everything, gas, power to the shop, power in, fiber, it all comes in right here. And it looks like the hardest one here was gonna be this one. They've got some hand digging to do. But there we go, so 5 buried downspouts for now. The ones on the back of the house are gonna get done eventually after we tear the concrete out to redo the concrete. So there's a lot of stuff on the to-do list on this house still. You guys know, it literally never ends. But at least by the end of the day, this will be a big improvement. Then I can get out here, trim up these bushes, and let's get some dump trucks, an army of dump trucks on the way with topsoil to fix the entire front of this thing. Also, on the rebuild list is this little well house. It needs a new roof, and I need to go buy some treated 2x6s and 2x8s so I can get this thing rebuilt. And this time I might do a metal roof to match the metal roof on the house. We didn't find too many crazy things in the trench, except here's some metal strapping. I'm sure that's going back in. Why not? It's biodegrading. And then of course, an old Pepsi can, like a 70s Pepsi can, was over here. I threw it away, but it was kind of cool to see. And of course, all the bricks that came out, also hilarious. The trencher was not happy about finding that brick, or there's 2 of them. 2 big solid bricks. And you know that machine was throwing a fit when it pulled those out of the dirt. Also, they're doing one of my favorite tricks. What we do with this paver sand here is drill a hole in the bottom of the NT, because these pipes never drain down, right? They only evaporate off. So when you do it, you end up with an entire pipe full of rainwater that just sits there forever. Oh, it's already all glued up. Look at that. He's got glue in there. But I told him the way we like to do it is to punch a hole right here on the bottom of the elbow at the turn up, and then backfill the end of the hole with sand. So he does have a bunch of sand here to dump right here at the end, and then that'll give it a place to permeate down through, hopefully forever. I mean, eventually they always clog up, but hopefully it'll always let it drain out. And then if you get leaf buildup and just debris that comes off the roof down into your drains here, you can clean that up without sticking your hand in a soaking wet pipe. So a little drain hole at the end of each one of these is going in, and then those green NPS pop-ups that I'm a big fan of. That's how me and my dad did it at their house. So as you guys know, that's how Dad did it, that's how America did it, and it's worked pretty well so far.
That's how Dad did it, That's how America does it.
Well guys, these buried downspouts couldn't have been a better investment and couldn't have come at a better time because it started raining almost as soon as they finished burying these yesterday and has not stopped since. And look, there's no lake in the front yard. It would pile up here in that low spot, and it would pile up over here, and you can see where all the old downspouts had washed all the dirt away. There's big pits right there. Well, yesterday I seeded like crazy everywhere they had dug up the dirt and turned it over, and then set up this sprinkler system, and the rain just keeps on coming. So let's go take a look at what's going on, because we don't have any water up here by the house, which was the goal. You know, you want to get that water away from your house. I know I do after paying the last repair bill for what water does to houses. And then let's take a look over here in the pop-up, at least as close as we can get. Well, there's water in there. Not enough to get out of here, that's for sure, but there's water in there. So these will be level with the grade. They're probably gonna move down a hair, but they will be level with the grade once we bring in all the dirt. And I don't know if they drilled the hole in here that I asked for. I might have to take a long bit and punch a hole in the bottom. But really, that one looks like it did. He must have drilled the hole because that water would be built up by now. It has been raining for way too long to have not filled those things up to the top. And if they did fill up, they'd be overflowing over here at the house because the outputs are taller than the actual sprinkler or gutter drains. So I do want to make sure. I don't see any water coming out or anything like that. It looks like they're working just fine. And I know he has a bunch of slope away from the house, so they shouldn't fill up, but also there's not a lot of space for them to come out of the pop-ups right now. So at least for now, they're draining out of the bottom. And if we get a big rainstorm, hopefully through the magic of water pressure and slope, it still comes out the emitter over there instead of coming back towards the house, which that's all I can ask for. And if it doesn't, I'll get the Sawzall out and we'll level those off and take care of it temporarily, because you can always add PVC, that's for sure. So that is it for today, guys. I will throw some links to, I guess, the NPS pop-ups in the description below if you guys want to look at those. They're the same ones I think any of us who have ever done this have used for years. It's my favorite one. The gutter guys did suggest using like an open grate, but I like these more because they keep stuff from going back down in the gutter drains. So again, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Perfect timing on this rain though. I'm very excited about that because I started watering as soon as they got done and I got all this seed in here, but it looks like I might not need to water. Also looks like I might need to run a magnet around the yard. Whew, that's a big boy.